Hey guys, it's Emma here, and today's video is going to be another video part of my So You're Thinking of Buying a Narrowboat series, and today we're going to be talking about, is it expensive living on a narrowboat in winter? And I will also be going over some of the other costs that we have throughout the year, but let's go! So first off, I'm going to start off with our winter costs, since they do cost a bit more than our actual sort of other costs throughout the year. So the first thing that we generally spend quite a bit of money on in the winter is coal. Coal will generally cost between £10 and £13. For us personally, we generally go through about 1 or 2 bags a week, depending how cold it is. We also use kindling and firelighters, which can also add up. When it is cold, our fire can generally run sort of all day and then a bit at night. So obviously that can stack up with how much it can actually cost. Our stove though can help us with quite a few things in winter, like heating up our kettles, drying out sort of our clothes when we need to wash them. Can also cook on it if we want to for like a stew or something. You can cut down your costs a bit, like collecting your own kindling, chopping sort of logs and everything. And just make sure that it isn't damp or it is seasoned, because damp logs or damp kindling, it can damage your fire in the long run. So just make sure that the logs or sticks that you are using are seasoned. Also, logs tend to burn quite quickly, so you'll probably need quite a few of them, and there's probably a certain amount you can actually find. And since it's lockdown, we haven't really been able to do much this year of sort of collect our own kindling and logs and everything, since we're not really near any woods and we can't really go out to woods. But hopefully next year we can maybe start doing that a bit more again. So the next big cost in winter is charging your batteries. Since it is winter, it will get darker sooner, and also it will probably be a bit more gloomy. So if you do have solar on your boat, you'll probably be less relying on your solar and more relying on your generator if you do have one, or your engine. Now we use our generator just because it can charge everything better, but we have to pay for petrol. We say our petrol costs are generally about £5 a week, which obviously over time can add up to quite a bit. And obviously if you have run your engine, you'll need to fill up sort of your engine with sort of fuel and everything. We do also have quite good batteries and solar, so luckily we only have to put the generator on a little bit just to pop us back up a bit. Another cost is that people sometimes take winter moorings. We don't do this, we just continuously cruise, but obviously if you sort of staying somewhere in the winter, you will also need to take into effect of the winter moorings. You can get winter moorings in marinas, or the CRT will provide sort of special moorings just along sort of the canal that you can pay for. Winter moorings can go from £330, £106, depending on the area and the facilities nearby and the length of your boat. We generally continuously cruise in winter, but obviously with the lockdown we couldn't do that. Obviously winter is actually quite expensive on a boat, so sometimes we do actually look forward to sort of spring and summer, when those costs can go down, when we don't really have to buy coal. The solar is much better, and it's just a bit easier just to keep costs down. Another cost that can kind of just go around all year is our gas, because the most common stove that you'll find on a boat is a gas stove, since it's just much easier to run without electricity. And obviously gas, for us, our gas runs out sort of every couple of months. We have 2 sort of gas canisters, and our gas bottles cost about £30 to £35. So obviously when we move more, for maybe like more winter times, we obviously use probably a bit more sort of diesel in our engine. We use about 1 litre per hour. So diesel can be kind of tricky to work out, just because since there's different rates of duty, but it is generally around £1 per litre, and the cost will always sort of vary when you go to different boat yards or fuel boats. So another annual cost is our CRT license. The annual cost can generally cost about between £800 or £1,000 a year. It'll all depend on sort of the length of your boat, and that includes sort of the facilities around for us, so water points, Elsons and bins, and our moorings are free as long as we move every 14 days. And as we are continuously cruisers, we don't pay cancel tax. Another annual cost is our insurance, which can cost about £270 a year. You can also opt if you want to get a breakdown cover with River Canal Rescue or RCR. We have that just because our boat is a bit older, so there might be some more issues going wrong with it, and RCR have been amazing with us, and we definitely recommend you do think about it, just because it can be very handy if something does go wrong with your boat. And those cost between £60 and £280. Another cost that is hard to put a figure on is maintenance cost. We get our engine serviced every year, which is about £200, and every 2 to 3 years we need to get our boat taken out for it to be blacked, and we're actually about to do that, so those videos will be coming out pretty soon, which I'm actually quite looking forward to. The other sort of costs will just vary of what's actually gone wrong on your boat, and maintenance costs can generally be pretty pricey unless you have sort of the mechanical skills and everything to fix the problem in your boat without having to either hire somebody or get like a really expensive part. So if you are thinking of getting a narrowboat, just make sure that you do have a budget to fix your boat, and just keep a bit of money aside just for when those type of things go wrong. But obviously those are just the boat costs, and there's obviously sort of different costs like Wi-Fi, if you want maybe a Wi-Fi booster or anything like that, but generally everybody already has that already. So I hope you liked this video. If you did, don't forget to give it a like, subscribe and hit the notification bell so you're notified every time I do a video, and comment on my social medias, my Patreon and my Gmail, thenarrowboatgirl@gmail.com, if you have any suggestions for me. And I also do have a Canal Post address if you'd like to send me letters. But yeah, see you later. Bye!